Welcome to Lesson 5 in Unit 6, Mastering Mimicry. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, what biomimicry ideas can we get from adult plants? In this lesson, students compare adult and baby plants using a card sort. They brainstorm biomimicry ideas based on adult plants. Students figure out that young plants are very much, but not exactly, like their parents. Students make connections to the storyline by investigating adult and baby plants and thinking about how inspiration from adult plants might be used to inspire human inventions. There are several opportunities for ELA cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 6 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 5 days to complete. For the Engage portion, you'll have students retrieve their lima bean plants from Lesson 2 and pair share to make observations about the plant as it has grown older. You'll then revisit the driving question board and highlight questions connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about the similarities or differences between baby and adult plants. For the Explore portion, you'll display the bean plant stages and ask students what they notice about how the plant changes over time. You'll then put students into 6 groups and pass out one set of plant cards to each group. You'll have students try to match the parent plant with the baby plant. In the Explain portion of the lesson, students will engage in a class discussion to analyze their observations around the baby and parent plants. Use the provided questions to guide the discussion around the question, what biomimicry ideas can we get from adult plants? The goal of this class discussion is to analyze student data and find a pattern that helps students explain how baby plants look compared to their parents. Use the discussion to create the Lesson 5 summary chart. From the discussion, students should understand that because the roots of adult plants are spread out and deeper in the ground, they can serve as inspiration to humans in how to keep things secure in the ground. You'll provide students with the Plant Parents and Babies Student Journal page. Students will record how baby plants are similar and different from their parents. For the Elaborate portion, you'll play the Trees and Wind video and ask students what they notice about the adult trees and discuss the differences between the roots of young and adult trees. For the Evaluate portion of the lesson, you'll have students draw their own picture of a plant and label the parts. You'll allow students to draw or write what one part of the plant does and provide one idea for an invention that relates to this plant part's structure and function in the Plants Are Problem Solvers Student Journal page. To support student sense-making across the unit, orient students back to the driving question board. Ask, did we answer any of the questions on our driving question board? You can use this as an opportunity to build a class consensus model and answer the section driving question, how can plant parts inspire human inventions? If there are questions that have been answered, remove them from the driving question board and place them on the summary chart. Be sure to see the noted opportunity to attend to equity. You can have students use the self-check form to evaluate their own learning in this section. This is an instructional tool that can be used as a metacognitive practice for students to reflect on their own learning, express their engagement or excitement levels for the topics they have learned so far, and reflect on their science identities and community. By the end of this lesson, students will have made observations to explain similarities and differences between adult and baby plants, and explained how parts of adult plants can be used as inspiration to solve a problem. In Lesson 6, students are introduced to an anchoring problem of protecting a campsite. They brainstorm a possible campsite solution inspired by nature. They develop a model of a campsite solution. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.